broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
It's getting more entertaining every time we do that. And I was like, oh. And now we have another person too. It's even better. It's like we're all in surround sound. Hello, everyone. welcome to another edition of the Whispers After Show. We're talking season 1, episode 8, Hollow Man. Which I still am like, I think I'm trying to figure out what
Hollow Man. That's what it was
called.
called.
I've seen the movie, but
Hollow Man.
Makes no sense.
Unless the guide was lying to me, but yes, I'm pretty sure that's the name of the episode. Anyway, welcome. I'm Alison Dean. You can find me everywhere at the Alison Dean, and I have a full panel. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay, so let's go down the line. Introduce yourselves, ladies.
Hey guys, I'm happy to be here with my lovely lady friends.
Yes. Hello.
Hello. I'm Francesca. You can find me Twitter, Instagram, XOXOCESCA.
Awesome. And I, as usual, am Lauren Salaun. You guys can find me.
As usual.
Really? I thought today you were different.
Every day. Lauren Salaun. At Lauren Salaun on all social media.
I am indeed still April Whisenhant. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at April Whisenhant.
And we have another guest, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Can we see her?
Oh, great.
What if Dro...
I go hide back down here.
Wait, so what if Dro is like possessing animals too? Wouldn't that be like totally weird?
Yeah, that'd be kind of awesome though.
Yeah, okay. Everyone, if you're not already subscribing, please hit the subscribe button down below us. And if you're listening to us on iTunes and or SoundCloud, give us a 5-star ratings and comment and chat with us and all that jazz. And all that jazz. All right, so let's kick it off, right? Yeah, we should all just do karaoke now is really what should happen. So let's kick it off with Claire, Sean, and I mean, I certainly was nervous actually when the episode kicked off. How were you all feeling when the episode kicked off? What were like, when you saw Henry in Jessup's car, what were you thinking?
Not what happened.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
I definitely thought he was turning him over to Frommer.
Yes!
Yeah. Or some other bad guy.
Right. What about you? Were you thinking the same thing?
Ditto.
Okay. Ditto.
Yeah.
Fine. That's what we're going to get.
Well,
that's fine.
He was so like, I mean, he listens to what people tell him to do, if that makes sense.
Jessup, you mean?
Yes, meaning Jessup. So, I mean, we've seen other not so great situations that Frommer has told him, you know, you have to do this and whatever, and he's kind of been a little, we've seen him be not anti-Claire, but not necessarily so gung-ho about the things that she's doing.
Right.
So I was surprised to see him kind of, I mean, we've seen him help her, but at this point he's like straight up on her side, like doing some bad stuff too.
He's always been such a rule follower and listening to, you know, the higher in command. So we weren't totally sure which way he'd go, but I did like, you know, definitely seeing him be like, Claire's team.
Yeah.
Team Claire.
He's totally Team Claire. I was impressed. I was like, I was super nervous. I was very happy to see that Sean and Claire were reunited. I was kind of upset though that Sean punched Jessup.
Right.
I was like,
still don't get by that.
I don't understand that.
yeah, I didn't know. I don't. Quick shout outs because they're already in the chat. Tron Destiny and the Slacker Elite. Welcome. Welcome to the show.
If you can tell us why he punched Jessup,
Yeah, tell
please
us-
do,
yeah,
because
what
I
were your
honestly
thoughts?
don't know.
Later in the episode, Claire is talking to him and is like, well, you're my partner, dude. Like, what the heck are you doing, you know, spying on me, essentially, and keeping tabs on me? And he's like, well, you know, I have
not
orders
me.
to follow,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So maybe that's why? But that was the only connection I made to the punch, because other than that, I was like, wait, what the heck just happened?
Like, thank God he's doing that, though. Otherwise, he wouldn't know that Frommer was trying to take Henry away from them. So it's like, wait, I mean, obviously, he wasn't doing it at first to help them out, but now he's doing them a huge favor. Don't, like, punch a dude in the gut. I don't know.
I think it might have been an opportunity for Sean to have like some brawniness in front of Claire, like, I'm the husband and this was not, I don't know.
Hear me roar.
Yeah, kind of, I guess.
Thanks for my kid.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, and hi to Aaron Schmelling. She cried watching. Or Aaron. Aaron can go either way. I'm going to go she.
Double A?
She cried watching. No, it's an E. R-I.
Girl Aaron.
Hey, I don't like to make assumptions.
True.
I'm just saying.
Lady spelling Aaron.
So Claire and Sean arrive at a hotel. It was all kind of humdrum with them in the beginning. But they arrive in a hotel. They have some moments of they were reminiscing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the memory is back. Okay.
Well, okay. I mean, this was actually a huge part of the episode because he says, he tells that story about how whenever a few years ago, however long it was, and they spent this whole night talking. They don't talk anymore, but now they're gonna spend this night like they did then. And she asks what that means, and he says that means we're gonna be a family again. So that means.
And then April looked at me and was like, "No, they're not."
Well, yay family. But I love Wes so much. So but I think that and obviously Claire still has feelings for Wes too, but I don't know, I thought that was pretty huge because that's been a thing that we haven't known, whether obviously he has his memories, so he knows now that she cheated on him.
Yep.
And he wants to put the whole gang back together.
He definitely wants to put the whole gang back together. What did you think?
Let's skip me.
Oh, okay.
Right
By the way,
come later.
Glorified Gleek just said that Jessup deserved being punched.
Why Glorified Gleek?
Aaron's a female. Thank you for confirming, but you can see why, I can't make assumptions. Okay. And thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate that you like my glasses. All right, so I feel like if we talk more about Claire and Sean right now, we are going to be jumping ahead. So let's segue. Well, I guess we can segue into Jessup calls Claire and mentions that there's this article that was published in 1982.
Right.
1982 about this fellow in Delaware who had an imaginary friend named Drill.
Yes.
Such an interesting name.
What were you all when this was revealed? What was going on in your brains? That was going on in your brain.
There was whispers in it. April's brain.
Full on, just nothing.
Well,
okay.
I didn't have too many expectations, just that I knew, we're going to get a lot more context and backstory. Yeah. We're going to hear kind of the beginning of Drill, which we did.
The beginning. Yeah, right.
More history,
ish.
more context, yeah.
Right. But it was a very interesting sort of development. So Claire and Sean decide they have to find the father, or I guess the only contact that they really could trace to was the father.
Right.
And so they find him, and he reveals they see one son in the house, but that can't possibly be the son that was talking to Drill because just the ages don't line up.
Although he kind of looks the same age as the other kid, so I don't know. Or the kid, whatever. You know what I mean.
I think I was kind of with you on that too.
Yeah.
However, the father reveals that. Oh, were you gonna say?
What kid?
So whenever they get to the house, the guy who plays Thomas, I felt looked like he was the same age.
As his
current child.
He was kind of like a teenager or something.
So yeah, Elliot.
A little
Elliot was
too
the one
young.
who,
a few years too young.
Elliot, quote unquote, because
right. Well, but the guy was playing Elliot. Okay, anyway, we're jumping ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so the father reveals that he was not only a former NASA scientist, which I was like, oh, that's Drill's targeting.
There we
you.
go. Yeah.
There's the connection. But also that he had two sons, and those sons were not anywhere around.
No.
And, I actually was, I thought it was rather impressive that the father was that comfortable kind of revealing so much in such a short period of time, because I think you'd be obviously they had their son Henry there, so there was
right. And initially, when she says who she's with, we're not here on like federal terms,
right.
we're asking as parents because he's talking to our son, and that's when, because she says that, we want to talk about Drill, and he's like, oh, no way, close the door. And when they're like, oh, we're here as concerned parents, he opens up and then he just spills the beans.
Spilled all the beans. So he basically tells Sean and Claire that one of his sons killed the other son. Mm-hmm. Thomas killed.
That's what you think it was like being a kid in the 80s?
A long time ago.
Well, we're going into the woods together. Well, maybe in Delaware.
Yeah, maybe Delaware, you're just behind your times.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I grew up in
Californians.
Alabama, and ours were not like that
Oh,
either.
that's a good call.
Ours were
Actually,
VHS.
oh, okay. Well, I just was talking about going into the woods, but okay.
Yeah, we went to the woods a lot too.
Okay, so that part is
What
actually.
you do, April? Did you have other siblings that we don't know about?
Did you have something called Hanger's Pond around you?
Sure did.
No. Okay. That would have been creepy. So they watch this footage. Sean and Claire, the father conveniently leaves the room to
He
check
can't
on the
bring
kids.
himself to watch it. He says.
Check on the
Right now,
kids.
he has fun.
Yeah, he hadn't watched it in a while. And they're watching the footage of basically it's like the moments before Thomas perhaps killed Elliot.
Yeah.
They're walking into this no trespassing area, and Claire catches like that Thomas mouths something to the camera.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
But is he saying I'm sorry to Drill, or is he saying I'm sorry to
his
like,
family?
Oh, whenever you watch this
Yeah,
footage,
is that like his note to everyone?
Yeah, I thought that was a little interesting too, because when you're a kid at that age, you're not, if you're being like, quote unquote, I don't want to like possessed, but if you're being told to do something and you're doing it, you're not thinking about obviously like the repercussions. So why would he probably really wouldn't be saying I'm sorry.
It's weird if Drill was telling him to kill his brother anyway, because usually, as we've seen with current day Drill, he's not telling kids to hurt other kids. He's causing harm to adults.
Yeah.
And usually he doesn't make the kids actually do physically bad things. You know, they usually
to each other.
Well, yeah, but they're luring parents somewhere that like an accident happens or something. Where
Right.
It made it seem like what happened between Thomas and Elliot was like beat down, killing.
Yeah, it doesn't make it kind of doesn't make sense.
So that one was kind of out of the ordinary for what we know of Drill in current times.
Yes,
But Drill is also he's up to like some bad stuff.
Sorry.
he is.
Just I mean the way now we're learning more and more, like he really has done like bad things. Yes, definitely to make the adults do something. So he was obviously trying to make the dad do something that we still don't know what it is, because the dad can't really remember, or chooses not to remember, I guess. But at this point, like, he's got quite the death toll.
Oh, actually, now that you're saying that, so that just triggered something. So the whole purpose, I think, of the death of Elliot was to distract the father from proceeding with some sort of
Right. He wouldn't do something because he'd get way too
distracted,
And we don't
which
know
is
what
kind of
it
like
is.
what happened with Harper and how her dad was taken out of whatever
took time off
he
to
needed
take
to do.
care of mom.
Right.
It was
Kid.
but still effed up, way effed up.
Yeah.
No, Drill, geez, you jerk.
So Claire kind of figures out that she does like I don't know, something is off with her on the timelines of their ages or something of when Elliot died, and so she calls Jessup to find out if there's any Elliots still around, and there's one that died and one that's still alive. So she realizes that Thomas has taken on the identity
Right.
of his brother.
She called it like name transfer or identity transference or something like that, because it's basically whenever I guess someone goes through a traumatizing situation like that, or you kill your brother, that sometimes with people with the
No, someone just like dropped some mega knowledge. Me Street. And I will share it with you perhaps in a moment.
Okay. So he took on Elliot so he could kind of like or do away with his guilt. Thomas did, which I'm still like, all right, but.
Well, once I tell you what she just wrote, you might be like, oh
gosh, read it.
But then I don't know if this is like too much of a spoiler.
Spoiler? How could it be a spoiler though?
Because she already knows it. Well, okay, just block your ears if you don't want to hear it. But she just wrote, remember the camera view of Drill's image superimposed over the child a few episodes ago? Like the heat, whatever. I think that Thomas killed Elliot while Drill was with him, killing them both.
Well,
Wait.
I don't want to
Wait,
get
what?
into killing Drill quite yet, because we'll save that a little bit later. Yeah.
Wait, so
because I have stuff about that.
You know the heat,
killed them both, but
Like, so when Drill
Drill
was, like,
and Elliot is what
Kind of
she's
like
saying.
Harry Potter was a Horcrux, so he had to kill himself in order to kill the Horcrux.
look at you, girl.
Wait,
Kind of.
oh my god, I
I don't
maybe.
remember,
I don't even remember that.
what you're referring to, I should know, but
Yeah, I read every single
Drill
book.
kind of kamikazed himself.
I think this is like my favorite cat.
she's saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yes. And then they just wrote. So which of the current kids will have to be sacrificed to get rid of the new drill?
Jeez, I hope Minx. I hope Minx.
So glorified
Please.
Gleek writes, if that's true, I volunteer Minx.
Right there with you. Right there with you. Good Lord.
But the Slacker Elite says, no, not Minx.
Oh.
And Sylvia Love said Henry or Minx, not Henry.
Henry's so
Henry, he's
sweet.
so
Oh my gosh,
cute.
him like banging on the window tonight.
I know,
Like,
Henry.
oh.
Poor little Henry.
In the rain, it was dramatic.
or that creepy parking lot kid from Time.
Oh my
Which we'll get to,
God.
but
We'll get to-
Yeah, we will get to her. She
can go.
She was pretty creepy. Okay, so they proceed to go to this Thomas Elliott's house. Yeah, let's call him Thomas Elliott. They go to his house. He's not there. They have to break in. I had issue with this.
Yes.
They
Me too.
told Henry to stay in the car.
That's
so
the dumbest thing you could ever do.
He's been involved in all of the activities up to this point. Come into the house, come play with this kid, whatever, video games.
Right.
But no, now don't be anywhere near us. Better to stay in a car? No.
No.
Right. And part of that is, she's like, oh, just go hop in the car. Like, walk out of my sight and just deal with it yourself. Instead of, if you're going to go tell him to sit in the car by himself, walk him to the damn car and make sure he gets in there.
Just
She
go.
was just like,
Just go.
You're good.
Yeah. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Was that what you were not okay with, or something else? Just the whole
thing.
The whole thing. Okay. So they proceed to the basement. There's no electricity in the house. They obviously figure out, well, that's because of Drill. They're in the basement. He is not there, but they see like a shadow of him. And
I did feel like they could have been a little bit more forthcoming with their presence upon breaking into his house, like, calling out maybe a little bit, saying why they're there.
Elliot,
instead. Yeah, it was very
Elliot.
like,
we're not
I felt
gonna
like it was
hurt
so
you.
Yeah,
right.
I feel like they could have been a little more welcoming. Hey, we broke into your house because of work. We
pay for the
just want to be
window.
friends.
We just all want to be friends and sing Kumbaya together and talk about Drill. And talk about creepy Drill. Yeah, the whole thing was a little awkward.
Yeah, I think for me it was more awkward when Elliot does come and he, of course, locks them in the basement. Like, naturally, you're in the basement, you're gonna get locked down there.
Right.
But then Claire just pulls out her gun. Like, what is she like?
She gives him like one sentence.
Right,
She's
they
like,
try
please,
and-
we were friends.
Okay, fine.
No!
Yeah, she's
Like-
like, this is taking too long. I'm getting him. Claire, come on, try a little harder.
Relax.
And I like Sean was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
She's like, we are the same.
I know. I
E.T. phone home. We're all together.
I appreciated Sean's little,
Same.
heart-to-heart
Yeah.
moment.
I
reaching
did
out to
too,
him.
actually. And then it was nice when finally his walls came down. He realized that in fact they weren't trying to like seize him or medicate him or do anything weird. Of course, I was a little bummed that they didn't get the information that they needed. But let's get to
Naturally.
that.
Leave it to Lena to ruin everything.
So speaking of Lena, good old Lena.
Every time, I'm sorry, watching with me was probably annoying because every time Lena and Minx come on the screen, I'm like, I hate them. Oh my gosh, these bitches again.
I mean, have you guys talked?
Seriously.
Have you guys
You're
talked about how Minx is just such a weird name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's
good.
a little
'cause
Minx.
She's a saucy me.
She's a
I just can't get over that one.
Name,
Yeah.
name a kid or
Like-
an adult.
Parents
Not a stripper, but any other human.
What a good
setting your
name.
child up for a great lucrative future. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
We'll
Yeah.
see what kind of future she may or may not have. Maybe. In 2 weeks, no. So Lena, we basically get Wes coming home, and Lena tells Wes that she's been talking to Drill, like nonchalantly. Like,
Yeah.
by the way, honey,
I'm talking to Drill.
sorry for not telling you sooner, but me and Drill, we've been chatting.
Yeah.
And of course, when they approach Minx about it, she plays dumb and like, oh, I was just pretending.
I feel
I thought it was so
bad
obvious
for
that she was
Lena.
lying, though.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Lena though all the time. I feel like she just is always so stressed, and no one ever believes her. And freaking Minx is like, I just want to make you feel better, mommy, you idiot. You know? Like, oh.
I know. I mean, the whole time she's kind of been duped by Minx. Like, you know, earlier in the season, she's sneaking out of the house. Oh, she's just in the garage painting, and she's really
not.
down the street,
Right.
you know,
Murdering
doing drill
someone.
things.
And then Wes doesn't believe her, and like, oh, gosh,
Yeah, she
this
just-
poor lady can't catch a break.
She
with
can't catch a
anyone.
break. Nope, she can't. And now, well, so with that, Minx comes in. Her mom is like processing basically that her kid is like basically a psycho murder,
Pretty much.
crazy lady. And Minx like knocks on the door. Is like, "Mommy, I'm sorry for lying, but this is my kid voice. I should not be doing this right now.
I like it. Keep going.
It's really bad. I shouldn't be doing this. But by the way, Drill really wants to still play with you, so let's play."
I don't know why Lena would want to play with Drill.
Because she wants him to stay away from Minx,
Yeah.
so she just wants to see like what he's saying. But obviously, yeah, I think Drill is smart and isn't
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh hey, yeah, this is what I say to Minxie Cat. No,
Minxie
it's not gonna
Minxie
happen.
cat.
That's exactly what I was thinking. You know only trouble. I feel like you should know by now that trouble's only going to follow if you want to talk
Right,
to Drill.
right.
And then second of all, why would you think that? Okay, Drill obviously is around your kid. So if you're going to tell Wes, like, Drill's obviously going to know what you're doing.
Right.
It's just, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on,
and
guys.
When they do play that game, he starts to spell out "kill," and she like,
It
no, I
probably
don't want to play anymore.
probably has a
also-
lot of points for Scrabble, so, you know.
Yeah.
So there was also an N and an X in there. So
Okay,
was
there
that-
wasn't an X.
There wasn't?
It was a K. It was the K.
Oh, it was the K.
Whenever I watched it again,
You were
I
like-
watched part of it.
Oh,
I was like,
all
there's
right.
no X.
Well, but there was an N.
Yes.
But so who? Dominic.
I'm like,
Elney.
What's her last name? Oh no,
Harcourt.
I don't know where the NK went.
No.
You know, well, Scrabble, you have extra letters. That was the extra one.
The kill was the important
But
part, I guess.
basically, Lena is told by Drill that she needs to kill someone. And we don't know who at that point, but we come to find out too because she shows up at Thomas Elliott's house holding
Right.
a gun. And Henry, I actually was a little concerned that something might happen to Henry too.
was
I was too. Yeah.
I was like, Henry's screaming, like, he's freaking out in the car. But no, Lena proceeds to go in and...
I want to know what Drill was saying to Henry whenever he was in the car, though. Because he was saying something, and, like, the only thing that happened was the doors unlocked.
Yeah, because we heard the whispering, but the doors were like going up and down, the light was flickering, and then Henry got locked in. But we don't.
Like,
Yeah,
what
it
would
didn't
but
seem
it
like-
didn't really, like, affect him.
No.
So
He just
I
knew
maybe
something
he-
bad was going to
yeah.
happen. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I think it was like a fear tactic thing. It was like, stay in the car.
Yeah.
You're not going to want to leave the
Dramatics.
car. Yeah, I think it was. So Lena goes in, and I think you and I were feeling like Claire might
Oh,
die.
yeah.
Well, shoot, she like unloaded like 7
I know.
shots.
I felt like
down
everyone
there. I
was
like,
dead.
Yeah, everyone just died.
Yeah, everyone.
That's
The show
what
is
I thought.
over.
Well, shoot. But I guess, hey, she's got pretty good aim if she's shooting down a staircase like
Yeah.
Little Miss Housewife that can barely like do anything. I
That
feel
was
like,
impressive.
and hits him all 7 times.
I
And no one
totally
else.
forgot the creepy kid. Oh
he's
my
not
god.
dead.
I totally skipped over
Gosh,
creepy
that
kid.
little-
Well, Creepy Kid
Gremlin.
and Minx on the roof.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I skipped over that too. Oh wait, so let's talk about that
Yeah.
real fast. So, I mean that was kind of the impetus for all this. So before,
a good word.
before thank you. Sometimes I have good words that come out of me. So before Lena really committed to this notion of killing, it was really because she sees that Drill possessed Minx
Right, yeah,
enough
because
to
when they're
get
playing
on the,
the
roof.
board game, she's like, I am not playing this, I'm done. And at that point, I'm like, good, Lena, you're finally making some
Nope.
good choices.
Not so
Psych.
much. Not
Yeah.
not so much. So she gets on the roof. That was bad news.
The little kitty trick. I mean, come
Yeah,
on now.
right? There's a kitten
Who
on the
falls for
roof.
that nowadays?
I was surprised. Actually, I was kind of pissed that there wasn't a kitty.
I thought there would be because
I did too.
I didn't think Drill would lie to the kids.
He would involve a cute little kitty. It's too fluffy for him.
But he'll involve a cute little kid.
Minx is
Minx is not.
Minx is not a cute little kid.
But the other kids that he's involved were cute. Some of them. Henry's cute.
Henry's cute.
I mean, they're
Harper's
cute.
cute.
Look,
so
they're
cute.
cute look wise, but like Mink's character is just like
she's not
a
cute.
little cray cray.
Yeah.
But I mean, we were saying like when Laura and I were watching, like why would she decide to do this? She obviously knows something. She's gonna have to kill someone. Like, but I mean, when you're a parent, I guess. I don't know. I only own a dog. You're just not gonna
kill for their kids.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. She's like, stop talking to Minx. Yes, I'll kill someone if you just stop talking to Minx. That just doesn't seem like a fair trade.
Like maybe she
my
should just
opinion.
let.
I get
talk
that
to Minx a little
Drill was unraveling the wire and like threatening to like electrocute Minx and stuff, but
also, like, force your kid to get down from there. Like,
Yeah.
take some
That's-
initiative. Say, stop listening to the electricity you wear.
that's what I was saying.
Get off the room.
Put Minx in a freaking 2-day timeout in a room with no electricity, and then we'll see if she wants to keep talking to Drill.
Yeah.
She should
Right?
become Amish.
Give that kid a
Yeah.
spanking or something.
That's what I'm saying.
I can be with you on this level. No, it's definitely creepy.
Said every week. I'm like, the kid is being a brat to her mom.
She
Wash her mouth out
definitely.
with soap. Come on, Lena.
She's a master manipulator, that Minxie.
Yeah.
So okay, now fast forward. So Lena decides she's gonna take the gun and go do something. But in her moments of
Clarity.
in her moments of confusion, because she pulls up at this
Gas station.
like 7-Eleven.
I know. I thought, was she gonna rob the gas station? Like, that's what I thought at first. I was like, this is really confusing.
That would have been interesting. But no,
Where are they going with this?
a creepy kid, another creepy kid, is like,
so weird.
what did she say?
Pretending to be
She said,
nice.
"You're running out of
Are
time."
you okay? Yeah. She's like, oh, okay. Then why aren't you doing it?
I know. I would have been like, really want.
Yeah,
Voice
she's like,
is
if
so
you're okay,
soft.
then what are you doing stalling? You have no time left.
That-
Creepy.
Whoa.
Yeah, creepy.
Yeah. Whoa, creepy kid. And then I guess that was it. Oh, creepy kid shows up. Lena is on a
Done.
mission now. Done and
Murder.
done. Murder is on the agenda, and who was murdered? Well, we don't
Thomas.
know.
No, we don't. He wasn't.
He's so, but she
you-
shot. She shot.
Right. She was
unloaded.
supposed to. Yeah, she was supposed to kill him. Of course, super conveniently when he was about to say how he killed Drill. Can we get into this now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
Now's the
issue.
time. We can do this.
My issue is, what do you mean kill Drill? Obviously,
Right.
he's still alive. He didn't kill Drill.
He says there's another drill.
Maybe he killed Bill,
that's
but
what he-
not Drill. See what you guys did there?
That's what he
Names
said.
mixed
Oh,
up.
but I killed him. He can't be back. It's a different one, which is a little deja vu to earlier in the episode where they're like, oh no, problem solved. We blew Drill up last week with that
Right.
EMB
I was like, no,
thing we did
no.
or whatever, which was annoying for me just, and I think I said this even last week, how certain they've been about things related to Drill. I'm like, you guys have no idea what the heck Drill is. Really.
Right.
So you can't be so sure that doing whatever
him
Sean
up.
Googled is going to make him disappear for good. And then when it does blow up, like, you don't know that he's gone. Don't be so confident.
I feel like when you blow things up, it just spreads them further away.
Yeah. I can be on that page on that.
Just on that, obviously, clearly, we learn with what's his name,
Thomas.
Elliot Thomas,
Thomas Elliot.
the third,
Thomas. Yes.
that, or was it the dad, that they're transmitting all the nuclear bombs and all that were going off. And
50 to 80
It
or
created
something.
a trail into space.
A trail into space. Yeah.
so cool.
So
Kind of.
I mean, crazy. It's cool. So that's what brought them to Earth, because they're running out of this energy, whatever these things are. They're running out of this energy and they need it, so they come to Earth. My thing, like, what is the purpose of Drill? I don't know if you guys have ever talked about this, but like, why? What is he's gonna
Yeah,
like
but we
the
don't know.
scout. You know
Is
how
he
like
just-
ants send out like 3
Right.
ants to go find the food, and they come back and they're like, "Everybody, come on!" So that's like,
So they're gonna,
Drill's
like-
the little searcher ant that's going to find the energy and being like, "I found all the nuclear power. Come on, everyone, it's here. Eat it."
We don't know what they eat with. It's gonna be. Well, no, we do.
Do they have
because-
teeth?
Perfect. We've seen
snouts.
We've seen
with-
some stuff before where it's kind of like it's something that like they're doing wrong with the government. I don't know that these aliens drill electronic force things don't agree with or something like that.
I don't know if you
That's
guys watched, but maybe some of you guys out there that are listening to us, I used to do the show for Revolution, and it was kind of like the world had no power and this and this,
Right.
and then there was like these little nanites of electricity that were coming back, and there's stuff on the government. So it's just like, I feel like
Very similar.
very similar, but I'm trying to see like what this angle is with drill. Like,
Right.
what is drill's purpose?
We don't know that.
Yeah, we're still.
Yeah. I mean, I think we got a little more insight into it
today.
I don't know if we know the bigger why outside of they eat the energy. That's their, their source of energy is energy.
Right.
So, but beyond that, I don't
We're still kind of.
know.
very
Because
confused.
there seems
I
like
don't
there's
know.
a lot more malicious activity going on than just, I need to eat energy.
Right.
So.
Right, and well, whatever planet drill is from is losing energy, so it's like how to harness energy from Earth to get to this other place. Is that possible?
Who knows?
I don't know.
What's your angle, drill?
What's your angle? Actually, I think people in chat will tell us what they think. I will say a few things regarding Lena. So, Aaron Schmelling, I wonder if Lena will end up in a mental institution or dead.
I'm going with dead.
And then Glorified Gleek, I think Lena might end up in jail for shooting Thomas. And yeah, there's definitely many people are commenting on all this.
Speaking of Lena, I thought that was kind of weird how Wes was he was like caressing her face, like, da-da-da. I think I would have been kind of freaked out. Obviously, your wife didn't wake
Just,
up
like, murder
and,
someone.
Yeah, want to do it herself. But he was like caressing her and like
Yeah, that was so
holding
weird.
her and
Yeah,
like
that's weird.
no,
I
I,
make her feel better. She just shot someone.
Yeah, and this whole time he hasn't really necessarily been all that supportive of her or agreed with
This
her.
would not be the time to be supportive of
Yeah,
someone.
and he didn't take the gun out of her hand like first thing.
I know, that's what
He's like, it's okay, we'll figure this out. And then like next scene, he's like, hey, can I have that? Like, no, she's crazy.
and then right away Claire was like Wes, and he just left her. So yeah,
she
he's
gave a
really
look. She gave a screw face in that moment.
he's really just not.
He's probably like, yeah, put that one in that one somewhere.
loony.
Thank goodness.
Stick her in
What
that
do you want to
crazy
do,
bin.
Claire? I mean, it's good out for him.
I don't know. I still am very curious what's going to happen with all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So Me Street said maybe Henry's dad Sean will manage to reconnect with Drill and then commit suicide.
Oh.
Because the conversation in the motel about being a family again could be foreshadowing his death.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh!
Wait, what?
They want him to know, like, they want it to be, okay, in a show, whenever, like, someone is gonna die or whatever, they always, I mean, not always, but a lot of times they have, like, a speech before to let you know that they're, like, a good person, or, like, something happens to where you want them to continue living.
Well, he's already
it's
tried
like,
sacrificing himself. He was going to do
Twice.
it. So he might really be on the whole,
well,
like...
but we said that too, remember?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, the next time he tries to sacrifice himself, I bet
it's
it's
probably
gonna
going to
work.
happen. Yeah.
So,
Third time's a charm.
Oh,
I don't know.
Sean. Oh, poor Sean. Okay, were there, before we get to predictions, is there anything else that we missed?
just that we don't know if Thomas Elliot lives or not.
We don't know that.
Because we see, like, she's asking as he's laying there, like, bleeding, and Claire's like, I just have to know, and he cannot get the words out, seemingly.
Let's answer this question instead of trying to get you to the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty much.
Really
I
quick.
thought you might say it. I was like,
I did too.
I thought you might. I
Say
really
it,
did.
damn it.
Yes.
I'm side-eyeing over here.
That's
It says,
okay.
Sylvia says, if Drill needs energy, why not just eat the sun or another star?
Right?
Hello.
That's a very
Come on,
good
Drill.
point, Sylvia.
But
Love.
it does. Oh,
It's not
now
as
I'm
fun
Oh, wait.
if you can't
But it
possess
needs
little
the
children.
Nuclear energy,
But
right?
yes,
Yeah.
so Night Lily 66 just said Drill might only be able to process a certain form
Yeah,
of
I
energy.
think that's the thing.
Listen, if you're
energy.
hungry, you eat whatever.
If you're hungry,
you
you'll
don't
eat that crappy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, wait, and then Sharon Destiny said maybe Drill cannot see a star or the sun.
That's very possible.
What?
I don't know. I'm just saying it's possible. Hey,
But-
I'm not saying everything is possible right
Yeah.
now.
Seriously, we still don't know.
We don't know. Yeah.
We know nothing.
I mean, something that I don't know if it's gonna come back or not, but Drill, when they're watching the video of Elliot as a
dissolves.
as a child, it comes back on, and then Drill dissolves it. So who knows if we assume that's what happens. So who knows if that could potentially, in a few episodes, they're like, oh, well, we have proof of XYZ, or no, it's on the video, we'll show you, and then they can't find it. So who knows if that's going to come back later.
Right. And another thing, in Elliot's house, or Thomas's, whatever his name is, he made that model. It was like 4th grade, mission project or whatever.
Diorama thing.
Yeah, he made his, and they're just standing there by the lake. So my question, and I honestly don't know if it's relevant to the whole storyline, but like, how did he kill his brother? Because his dad said he came back soaking but with blood. But if it's like he just threw him in the lake and drowned him, why would he be like covered in?
He might have obliterated him with a
smash
stick
his head with a
or a
rock.
boulder or something.
Perhaps.
I don't know.
Anyways, it might not be relevant, but whatever.
It's very interesting.
We'll see.
It's reminding me of Secrets and Lies. Anyway,
Me too.
Right?
Me too. That's what I was thinking. Exactly.
The original one. Okay, so yes. Oh, hi, Squiddy Mac. Thank you for joining us.
Hey.
So I think it's time for predictions now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Drill.
I know, right?
AfterBuzz TV.
That was good.
Oh, that was good.
Thanks.
Look, Gracie's like, where?
Oh, that was such perfect timing.
You're not supposed to come out of your hiding spot.
I wish she was on the table. Actually, like I think that'd be way more festive.
She's like, I'm just here.
April, tell us your predictions.
Okay, so mine is, we see at the very end whenever Wes says to Claire, he's like, we can't take him, meaning Thomas, into the hospital because we'll have to report the gunshot wound. Obviously, he doesn't want to report it because Lena just shot him. So I think that's going to be like, he's definitely, well, obviously we see him in a hospital,
right?
But I think that's going to create like some bad stuff with him and Lena, because I feel like she's going to be like, wait, you chose that over me.
I love that dog.
He wants to be my friend.
It's like the best ever. It's the best. No, you can come to me. How about me over here? I'm further away.
Lena's going to be mad because she's going to be like, wait, you chose to get me in trouble over, saving the world potentially. So I don't know. I think Lena's going to be mad.
Well, Lena's just going to be nuts forever.
Yeah.
You know? True. Oh, yeah. Sylvia Love just said I was confused at how he killed his brother, too. Yeah, they're not shedding a lot of light on that.
They did not tell us.
I feel like I feel like that has something to do with why he thought he killed Drill.
I think so, too.
Maybe he thought Drill was in his brother or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like maybe we'll find out.
Is that when Drill stopped talking to him? When his brother died?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Exactamundo. By the way, before we get to your predictions, so Mia Street just said the sun might be too much energy to process. Like it might, like Drill would maybe get stuck in the sun's gravity if he tried to take on the sun's energy. This is all very. My mind is blown.
Science.
Like, I am impressed. Okay, what are your predictions?
I still am holding to my Lena prediction. Now though, I don't know that she's gonna die. But I do think that we are really not going to see her much at all the rest of this season.
Lena.
Yeah. She's either going to go into...
She's going to be quarantined.
She's going to go into quarantine, get shipped away somewhere, go into a mental institution, something. But we're not really going to see her much. Or she could even die.
Yeah.
Wait, why do you feel that way?
I think at this point, I think her purpose as a character is kind of...
Done.
I think she's always been such like a loose cannon kind of, and so uncertain that that's just been my gut feeling the whole time.
Yeah.
Because I'm ready to be done. For personal reasons, I guess.
Hear that, writers?
What do you say?
Glorified Gleek. What's funny is the deal was for Lena to kill Thomas to get Drill to stop talking to Minx, but because Thomas didn't die, Lena shot him for nothing.
Yeah.
Well, but we don't know if he may still die.
We see in the flash in the previews for next week that he's in the hospital, but we don't, he's in a coma or something. We don't know some
if
other
he
creepy
dies,
kid.
they win. If he doesn't, they lose.
Right. They showed some weird kid with some creepy mask on. Like who knows if some
that
little
was
kid goes
super
in there.
Paper plate clown, man.
Yeah.
I was not okay
weird.
with that. I do not need to see paper plate clowns. No. Okay. What are your predictions? Francesca?
Me?
Yes.
I don't really have any. I'm sorry, guys. But I don't feel like Lena's gonna go though, because I feel like Minx is gonna.
go.
Yes. I feel like Minx is still gonna be kind of a big part of the equation.
Yeah.
What the equation is, I'm still trying to figure this out. But I just hope that it doesn't go back to normal. Like, oh, Lena shot that guy. Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, we covered it up.
But yeah, no, I'm just really want to know the purpose of Drill and why he's targeting who he's targeting.
Yeah.
Girl, if only.
I
know. Trust us. We're like, what in the heck? What in the heck? So I think for moi, yeah, it's an interesting thing. I hope we see some more of our fave kids again. Although I don't know if their storylines are just like, meh, you're done. Like,
I love little
done.
Harp. She was so cute.
I know, she was so cute.
tiny.
When she's not trying to kill you.
Yeah. Her mom.
I don't think Thomas Elliot is going to die. I think he's going to serve a very significant purpose for us because obviously I'm hoping that what the FBI and everyone else is going to do is I'm hoping that they're going to put so much protection on this guy.
Yeah.
Like 24-hour massive guards all over him to ensure that nothing is compromised in the sense of anybody coming in to... I mean, it's...
But we see that's what Drill's trying to do.
Yeah, and we still see that Claire and Sean, the government doesn't trust them. So it's really Claire and Sean's word about what they saw and what's going on and who they talked to.
And now Wes,
what
too.
they've done. Yeah. So, I know Claire gets some leverage in the preview for next week, or in 2 weeks, we see that Claire has some leverage, like, oh, well, if you want to know, you've got to trust us sort of thing. She said something like that. So maybe the government, just, Frommer mainly decides to kind of listen to them, but... I don't know.
That Frommer guy, man. That
sketchy.
Frommer. I think Jessup might be the one to have some influence. So, like, right now, because, Sean is obviously out of the loop, Claire's out of the loop, and now Wes has been...
demoted,
whatever is going to happen. I think he's going to get promoted as quickly as he was demoted because I feel like they're going to be like, wow, we need this guy.
Yeah.
But... I guess we won't know till next week. Or not next
2
week.
weeks.
2 weeks, y'all.
2 weeks.
They're giving us that 2 week thing. Why? Because they're taunting us.
As always.
As per usual, the whispers taunting us. Okay, wait, and let me look at chat. Okay. So I think that's a goodie. That's a goodie. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I've been your host, Alison Dean. You can find me everywhere at the Alison Dean and on my YouTube show, Winos and Onesies, which is nothing like the Whispers. And all these ladies as well. You can find them and so many different things.
Yeah, you can find me Twitter, Instagram, XOXO Cheska.
And you guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, any others that I haven't mentioned at Lauren Salaun.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at April Whisenhant.
Yay! So I guess we'll see everyone in 2 weeks for episode 9. Thanks so much for joining us and have a terrific week. Ciao!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.